Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the 5-day challenge of how to start your healthcare company in terms of your staffing company, whether that's a medical staffing that you want to start. I hope everyone's okay, and give me some hearts, give me some love. Let me know that you can hear me in the chat. That would be good. Team, that would be great. If you can hear me clearly, that would be great. So let me continue. So welcome to the 5-day challenge of how to start a healthcare staffing recruitment business, because it's really important that we can think about all the different options that we've got. You know, we're living in this world where we can do any type of business that we want to do, and I think it's really important for us to look at additional options, not just if you've got a home care company, for example. Okay, don't just stick with home care. If you got a recruitment care agency, don't just stick with recruitment care agency, because you never know, you could lose hours, etc., and then you're back to square one. So today, and the 5-day challenge is about you learning about medical staffing, healthcare staffing, recruitment. For example, we're going to go do a further training to do with CQC and providing a home care agency, but I'm going through the aspects of items that people were interested in, so I'm trying to cover this in this 5-day challenge as well, because I want you to be here in this group, in this community, for example, so that you're getting your knowledge that you want to actually find out about as well. So welcome to the 5-day challenge of how to start a staffing recruitment business. So thank you for that. Thank you for letting me know you can hear me clearly. That's great. So let's delve into this. So you may be intrigued to owning your own healthcare staffing firm, and you can make potentially millions from this as well. This is not pie in the sky. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is over a number of years. It could be 1 to 2 years. Usually the 2-year mark is usually the usual, but you never know. You could be the unusual and make it happen in 12 months, for example. But it's going to take some time. It's not something that's instant quick fix. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out to you. So imagine starting your own medical staffing agency and making potentially millions. So are you ready to take on the challenge and turn your dream into a reality? Well, you're in the right place, and I'm going to go through some step-by-step instructions, and I'm going to provide you with insider tips as well and expert advice on how to build a successful staffing firm, medical staffing firm, from the ground up. So you don't want to miss this opportunity, because I want to help you to transform your business and create multiple income streams, because you really want to 10x your business. If you've got a 10-year mission and vision statement, you don't want to just be fixed in one road, i.e. home care or staffing agency. Mix the two. Get strong in one and then expand and do another healthcare business. There's over 50 healthcare business types that you can do at a minimum. My book here, which is on Amazon, it says We Will Love You from a Distance, and this is about carepreneurs supercharging and really owning their own business. It is on Amazon for sale. I can put the link in the chat, but it goes through, in this book, it goes through all the aspects of owning multiple businesses, because really you should be doing multiple businesses. tells you about my story. It also talks about when we was going through the pandemic, for example. It also tells you here to build an action plan, to create an action plan, because you should have an action plan, and it will help you. This also talks about how healthcare workers can be business owners as well. And I talk about all the different types of businesses that you can do. And it ranges from patient transport, telecare, virtual care, recruitment care agency, imaging, diagnostics, healthcare, mobile apps, development, for example, recruitment, healthcare, software, online pharmacy. You could do insurance, you could do training programs, wellness programs. There's lots of staffing things that you can do. But this is in my book here. It's on Amazon. But I'll continue. So in day one, we're going to go through research and planning. Start by researching the healthcare industry that you want to go into. You need to identify the market. You want to develop a business plan. I'm hearing all too often that people are going into business and they don't have a business plan. And you don't know where you're going to start then. If you don't have a plan, then you plan to fail. If you don't have a business plan and you don't know what you want for your business, then how are you going to make it a success? How is that going to grow and develop? And how can you measure what it is that your business is doing if you don't have a action plan, for example? You don't have a business plan, for example. So we're going to go into day one. We're going to talk today about research, developing a business plan, outlining the goals and the strategies for your success. Day two, we're going to cover I'm not a legal expert, but we're going to cover some legal and financial preparation from a business person point of view, not from a lawyer, not from an accountant, not from a financial perspective. I am not regulated with the Financial Act, for example, and I'm not a lawyer. But I can talk as a business owner of the things that you need to be aware of, like registering your business, obtaining necessary licenses. On day two, will cover what permits and set up your financial infrastructure. You need to seek legal advice from professionals to ensure compliance and legal financial stability. Now, on day three, I'll be talking about building your dream. Recruit healthcare professionals such as nurses, doctors, allied healthcare professionals, and establish partnerships with healthcare facilities to secure your staffing services. On day four, we're going to cover marketing, branding, create a strong brand identity, and develop a market strategy to attract the right clients and healthcare professionals. You'll be able to utilize the social media, networking events, and online platforms to promote your agency. We'll be going through that on day four. On day five, we'll be talking about how you can launch and grow and scale. Officially launch your medical staffing agency and begin providing staffing services to healthcare facilities. Monitoring your progress, you'll adjust the strategies as needed, and you'll continue to grow. So are you up for the challenge? Say challenge so that I know that you're up for the challenge. Hashtag challenge. Because today we're going through day one of the recruitment. So let's dive in, shall we? Let's get ready. So day one, today, you need to look at, I hope you got your pen and paper so that you're making notes, or even type it on a Word document, for example. So explore your opportunities in the medical staffing industry, because you need to really explore that and get a good understanding so that you know what it is that you need. So you want to gain insight into the staffing industry, the medical staffing industry, the nursing staffing industry, the recruitment care agency industry, for example. So I want you to really be able to go into this and to really think about, do I want to do medical staffing? What type of medical staffing do I want to do? What type of staff members do I want to provide? What is your objective? Okay, so make notes and really think about your growth as well. So I'm going to be introducing you to the medical staffing industry, size, growth and potential. And this is huge. There's no ceiling. You can break that glass ceiling with ease because you don't have to be in a certain location. Like with home care, you got to be in that town, for example. But with the staffing agency, the staffing recruitment agency, you can be anywhere, national, worldwide. The world and the choice is your oyster for you to decide. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out because the potential for growth is huge. Whereas with home care, you have to be in that certain location, then you've got to apply for another area. Depending on where you are in the world, like in the UK, you can set up a medical staffing agency easily. If you're in other parts of the world, like Ireland, for example, Scotland, you have to be licensed. The same as in the States. There's a lot of states where you have to be licensed. But either way, it still is beneficial to do so because your growth is, you can grow. Okay, so I wanted to point that out to you. So the medical staffing industry, it plays a crucial role in addressing the staffing needs of healthcare facilities, including hospitals, clinics, nursing homes, and other facilities. It is where you will do recruitment, you will place staff, whether it's permanently or temporarily. Now, the permanent market is huge as well. We seem to be all thinking about temporary, so it's become like everyone's jumping towards temporary all the time, and we're kind of missing the permanent side of things because then you've got more leverage if you was to combine the two, temp and permanent, for example. So what type of staff will you provide? Is it going to be physicians, nurses, therapists, allied healthcare professionals, for example? The industry itself is significant. It is huge. There's a broader aspect of healthcare that people aren't even aware of, for example. Okay? So it all depends on the facilities in various countries that you want to provide your staffing firm to. So with market research, the size of medical staffing industry is very substantial, with billions of dollars in annual revenue worldwide. Billion trillions. So in the United States alone, the medical staffing industry is estimated to generate billions of dollars in revenue annually. And this is the same for the UK as well. Okay? So the industry, it is a diverse range of staffing agencies from, we got large firms to smaller firms to micro to niche firms. When I say niche, that's when you're providing healthcare, but what type of healthcare are you providing? Because healthcare is such a large word, because like my book here, I've mentioned 50 healthcare business types you can do. Okay, this book is on Amazon, and you can look at saying, right, okay, let me do 3 to begin with in the first year. So you don't want to just look at the whole 50 because that would be a huge thing. And we do have a group coaching which covers the 50 target areas that you can do as well. Okay, so this industry, like I said, if you want to be niche, then think about, okay, I'm going to provide healthcare workers, nurses, and doctors, for example. 3. But it's entirely up to you. Whether you want to provide temporary or permanent, that is entirely up to you. Either way, it's a winner. And if you combine both of them together, it is a very lucrative market. So you want to look at your specialities. You also want to look at the geographical areas where you want to operate. Have you thought about the locations of where you want to operate? You want to look at where there's trends, which seems to be a growth. Okay, so there has been a consistent growth over the years. The past decade is driven by several factors, and that is increasing demand for healthcare services, population growth, aging demographics. We've got the medical technology now contributing to the rising demand for healthcare services, creating a need for more healthcare professionals. I'm just going into a bit of the history with you here. So, staffing shortages. So, you will see that we are faced with shortages of qualified healthcare professionals. And this includes nurses, physicians, allied healthcare workers, nurses, healthcare workers, support workers, specialist support workers. So staffing agencies play a crucial role in addressing these shortages by sourcing and placing qualified candidates. Now, you would have heard me speak about the profit margins that can be gained from that, and this will be on day 5. So I will be going into more pricing structures and prices on day 5. So you want to look at being flexible for that healthcare facility that you provide in your staff to. But they also want to be able to rely on you, to know that they can call you and you're going to support them and provide them with the staff because you are a professional and you're efficient and you're able to provide staff at short notice. Or maybe you're going to supply a permanent staff member and they know that you've got good staff members because you've placed them in their organization. So maybe they may want to buy out and have your staff member whereby you say, right, okay, I charge 20% of what that yearly salary is going to be. So as a one-off, you would then charge that fee, for example, 20%. So there's technology advancements and automations now. So if you can adopt the technology, including applicant tracking, the software, online platforms, telehealth solutions, all streamlined into your recruitment processes, it will enhance your operational efficiency for medical staffing and nursing and home care agencies as well. So you will see that there's such a massive expansion at the moment, okay? So industries are continuing to expand in the healthcare sector and the geographical regions, driven by evolving healthcare needs and emerging opportunities. So there's potential for growth here, potential opportunities. So the medical staffing industry offers numerous opportunities for entrepreneurs and investors interested in launching or expanding agencies. There's some potential areas of opportunities that include specialized staffing. Okay, so you're catering to a specific healthcare speciality or a niche, such as it could be travel nursing, could be complex care, it could be allied healthcare, it could be locums, for example. So think about what type of staff members you want to provide. There's going to be also geographical expansions. Once you've established a presence in an underserved or high demand region with staffing shortages, you'll be able to really expand and go and grow and grow and grow and grow. And you could even be global, worldwide, because we've helped some clients to do that as well. Okay? So think about diversifying your services that you currently have. Offer a range of staffing solutions, including temporary, contract, permanent placements, telehealthcare staffing services. That's the new word now. So you need to think about that, because telehealthcare is here and we are getting, well, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And we are growing and growing and growing. So it's not something that we can avoid. So I want you to look at that and see. We're going to do some trainings on these things anyway. But I want you to think about what type of agency it is that you want to have, because their demands are getting bigger and bigger for telehealth staffing services. Okay? So we've got to look at embracing technology. We can't leave it behind, okay? If you can leverage on technology, for example, and automations to streamline your operations, improve your candidate sourcing, and enhance client engagement, that's going to make you stand out. You also want to build strategic partnerships, collaborating with healthcare facilities, educational institutions, professional associations, and other industry stakeholders to access talent pool, because you want to provide them with talent. That means high caliber staff members that are highly qualified, that it's very difficult to just find them. They're not like the average Joe Blogs type of job. They are specialists. And if you can provide that, then you will stand out in the crowd and you will get in a lot easier. If you don't, because now they're raising the bar. They really are raising the bar. And I'm seeing it, because they are wanting staff members to have this level of qualifications, training, etc. They're raising the bar, and we need to raise the bar as well. Okay? So when you're looking at building that strategic partnership with those organizations, this is how you talk about, hey, our staff members are high caliber. We provide locums, doctors, nurses, for example, complex care. What other specialisms can you provide? Mental health staff, support staff. You've got mental health nurses, for example. What specialist staff can you provide where they're not just the generic, that they stand above the rest, and that they've got all of the qualifications in hand, and they're strong qualifications. And when I say strong, I mean really strong. That they've got, not just the average, they've got above, because they're continuously learning and developing themselves. Those are the type of staff members that you want to have to place with organizations, so that your organization is seen as the go-to expert. Okay? Then you can look at charging premium rates in your medical staffing industry, and your prices for your services will be at a higher level than the standard rates, to reflect the value that you provide, because you're the expert. And your strategies for implementing premium pricing and the associated benefits will be that you specialize in niche markets, for example, that you specialize in high demand specialists or niche areas within healthcare, allowing agencies to position themselves, meaning you, as the experts of those in the field. By focusing on specialized roles such as critical care nurses, nurse practitioners, or specialist therapists, agencies can justify charging premium rates due to scarcity of those qualified staff members. Are you with me, what I'm saying here, everybody? I hope that you're getting this. Dental nursing is a very good market as well. There's so much specialisms that you can provide that's going to make you stand out in the crowd. And that's what I want for you. We don't want to be the average Joe Blogs agency on the high street anymore. That's not doing it. It's not cutting the cloth. We've got to be higher. We've got to aim higher. We've got to aim like as if to say we are like Richard Branson. He's got his agency. He's got a care agency. It's called Virgin Care. We need to offer the same level and standards as they are offering as well. So think about it. I bet you probably didn't know that Richard Branson had a care agency, did you, called Virgin Care? Some of you may and some of you may not. Reach for the stars. Because if you reach for the stars, then you will get higher than what you actually expected. So always stretch yourself, reach higher, because it's going to be sweeter. That's the sweet spot. So you want to ensure that you've got quality assurance, okay? And you want to establish that you're providing high quality candidates who meet the stringent criteria and undergo rigorous screening processes. When you're looking at contracting with governments, NHS, even care homes, for example, private hospitals aren't as strict as the councils, for example, but they are still strict. Obviously, you've got to be compliant, but they've raised the bar. They want you, they need to have staff that are high level. They want all of the qualifications, and when I say qualifications, they want to make sure that that staff member has passed at a high level. You know, maybe they got a distinction in something, for example. They want high-level staff. They don't want just generic staff. They want to see the staff that they've got years of experience. They want to see that the staff member is continuously developing themselves and getting the relevant updates on a regular basis. They really are requesting the highest of the highest level of staff members that you can provide, because you're competing with the other agencies as well. So you have to provide the best staff members in order for you to be used, for example. And there'll be another training on this anyway, but not during this 5-day challenge, for example. So like I said, quality assurance is good. It's not good, is a must-have. You need to invest in training, certification programs, and ongoing professional development in order to command premium rates. Why are they going to pay you if you've just got generic staff? Why? Why would they pay you higher? They're going to pay you the lowest that they can pay you. But if you provide staff that are high caliber, then your rates will be high as well, because you're providing massive value. Okay, so you want to ensure that you have top tier staff for your clients to justify those higher fees. You want to also ensure that you're offering value added service beyond basic staffing, as I said, such as comprehensive onboarding support, ongoing training programs, and let them know that this is what you do as an organization, that you do performance monitoring. It's very similar to spot checks in home care, whereby you check in to make sure that the staff member's performance is continuous and it's at a certain level, and that it's not gone below the level of expectation for the rates that you're actually charging, for example. So make sure that you're looking at all of these things. If you are a teacher or trainer, that's absolutely wonderful in your organization. So these additional services, they enhance client satisfaction, retention, and ultimately perceived value of your offering. So you'll be looking at the client-centric approach, for example, whereby you'll understand the client's unique needs, their preferences, their challenges, enables you to tailor the solutions that address specific solutions within their within their home, or whether they're in a care home or hospital, for example. You will understand what their needs are to provide an efficient service. So you'll be customizing your staffing solutions in a personalized support, and you'll be responsive in your communication. Your agency needs to demonstrate their commitment to the client's success. Therefore, why you're justifying the premium rates are based on the added value that you are providing, because you have to break this down. And don't worry, this is going to be another training on pricing your organization. Okay, we're going to cover this on day 5. I'm going through some basics on day 1 because I'm leading you into how to run a staffing agency. Okay, because it's important for you to think about this, to see if this is the right solution for you. It could fit in better for your lifestyle. It really could, if you was placing someone permanently rather than on a temporary basis, because if you're doing permanent placements, you can do that part-time and you can earn, say, 150,000, 200,000 a year with placing people permanently, and it will fit in with your lifestyle depending on what your lifestyle is. You may want to do temporary, and as well as temporary and permanent as well. So think about the flexibility and the scalability by you offering this solution, because the demands are seasonal and they do vary. So there's going to be busy times of the year that will allow your agency to position yourselves as reliable, because you're aware of the evolving circumstances that happen throughout the year. Like, you know, towards the end of the year, there's going to be shortages. There's going to be shortages in the summer months because people take time off. The children are on school holidays, for example, or perhaps people go away for a whole month. So you need to be able to have staff to replace that person, for example. Okay? So looking at providing a scalable staffing solution that aligns with your client's operational requirements. That way they're going to feel that they can come to you for you to provide them with staff members, because you understand them. You know when they're going to meet that shortage. And this is, again, is another training of how you can do a absenteeism schedule, where you know in that location, that geographical location, when staff are likely to be off sick due to you speaking with the organization, and you know throughout the year of the previous year and the year before what the sickness records were like, for example, as well as predicting those that are going off, going to be not working due to whatever reason, whether it's operation or whether they're leaving or whether they're on holiday or whether they have to, you know, be supporting a family member, for example. So there's different reasons why people will be off work. So you providing this staffing solution, again, it aligns with the client and it really helps them, and it helps you to justify your premium rates because you understand them. You know what it is that they need. You're convenient. You're going to give them peace of mind so that they don't mind paying that additional service, because they know that you're providing high caliber staff that aren't going to mess up. They know what they're doing when they walk in the door. They're going to provide the best service, and they haven't got to be going back to that person saying, oh, what do I need to do next? What should I do now? They're going to know what to do because they've followed the instructions. So look at what your benefits are. Okay, what are the benefits? It will be increased profit margin. So imagine you're charging premium rates. Okay, you're getting a higher profit margin. The staff members are getting higher pay, and the client is getting quality service because you've got the best high caliber staff, because you've charged the premium rate. So you've got the best quality staff, and then the client is then happy, and it's a win-win situation. And that's where your profit margins will be higher, by enhancing overall profitability and financial sustainability. So the additional revenue that you generate from premium price services can be reinvested back into your business for initiatives, expansion, training, efforts, for example, and service enhancements. Is this making sense to everyone, what I'm saying so far? So, you want to enhance your brand perception. You want to enhance you want to have the uniform, the logo, the ID badges, for example. Very smart. Everybody must have smart shoes. None of this trainers, no trainers. Wear shoes. Proper, comfortable nursing shoes. Proper, comfortable nursing trousers or dress or nursing tunic or healthcare tunic, for example, healthcare assistants tunics. They've got to look the best. None of this shabby stuff. They've got to look good. Your branding, your website, for example, the colors all have to match. I'm not saying you need a big, massive, fancy website where, you can download 5,000 applications. People aren't interested in that. They're not. They're not going to go, oh yeah, I'm going to pay extra because your website looks amazing. I'm going to pay you extra. Do you think that's really what they care about? What do you think that they care most about? If you put that in the comment, do they care about how your website looks, or do they care about the staff members? About how they are and how they are well dressed? I'd like to know in the comments. Hashtag staff or hashtag website. Is that going to get you a higher price, a website, or will it be the caliber of staff members that you've got? So I just wanted to go into that. So by you attracting top talent, offering a competitive compensation package and premium rates allows your agency to attract and retain the top tier talent in a competitive healthcare staffing market. So highly skilled professionals are more likely to prefer agencies that offer better compensation and benefits, resulting in a stronger talent pool and improved candidate quality. Now let's look at this in a sensible way, okay? If you are looking for high caliber staff, you're going to pay them a higher rate, then your likelihoods are that you're going to be placed with an organization that will pay that rate. If you're just going in as the Joe Blogs type of agency, then you will get Joe Blogs type of money, okay? hashtag no Joe blogs, for example. Okay, so think about that. Highly skilled professionals is going to give you more work-life balance. It's going to give you more peace of mind. It's going to give you more time. It's going to give the staff members quality, and the client also gets quality as well. So think about improved client satisfaction. Premium price agencies that prioritize on client satisfaction by delivering an exceptional service, responsive support, and high quality candidates. Clients will pay premium for the assurance of receiving reliable, qualified professionals who meet their specific needs, resulting in higher level of satisfaction and repeat business for you, and positive outcomes for the clients. So think about your long-term growth. You want to consistently be delivering value and exceeding client expectations by providing a premium priced agency. And I'm not just talking about the low level, I'm talking about premium priced agency can achieve sustainable business growth and market differentiation. Now, it may take some time. You know, don't think that this is going to be like quick, fast, easy. It can take 9 to 12 months in order to get really quality clients. Because now we're working on relationship building, we're working on nurturing, we're working on them getting to see you enough that eventually they're going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to use you now because I know you. Yeah, so don't just think I'm going to try once and then give up. You've got to keep pushing through. You got to remember your why. You provide high quality candidates, then they will look your way. But if you're providing the same as everyone else, then they're going to pick the best out of the bunch, for example. So why not be high level? So think about how you can provide telemedicines if you're a healthcare professional, that is, remote healthcare. This is now widespread and it's starting to be used very frequently. Telemedicine and remote telehealthcare services has created new opportunities for staffing services for your organization. Healthcare organizations are increasingly seeking professionals with expertise in telehealth technology. Now, my book here talks about telehealth technology. And this was back in 2020 when the COVID was happening. Okay? Remote patient care monitoring, virtual care delivery. This is opening up opportunities for staffing agencies to recruit and place healthcare professionals who specialize in telehealthcare, telemedicines, such as telehealthcare nurses, virtual care coordinators, remote physicians. The demand is high. So, like I said, you could be specialist skills, could be healthcare. It becomes complex and specialized. So there's also the demand is for professionals with specialized skills and expertise. Like healthcare staffing agencies can capitalize on this trend by focusing on niche areas such as critical care, oncology, mental health, advanced practice nursing. That can be a niche. Those four can be a niche in itself. By recruiting and placing professionals and specialized certifications and experience, you, the agency, can meet specific needs of healthcare facilities and command a higher rate for their services. But you've also got to be flexible. Look at being flexible. When I say flexible, it could be that you're providing staff at very short notice, for example. Okay? So you could look at the flexible staffing models is a way that's transforming healthcare organizations and managing their workforce. So healthcare facilities are increasingly turning to staffing agencies to provide flexible solutions that allow them to scale or down base on demand. So they can reduce their labor costs because they're going to have shortages, and you're there to meet their needs, not the other way round. So you'll fill their temporary and short-term vacancies, but you can also offer permanent. You know, if they really like someone and they've still got this shortage, then, you know, it's give and take. You give them a little bit and then you'll get more back, for example. Don't think, oh, I'm not going to give my staff because that means, you know, I'm not going to have anyone. You could just get another staff member. You made a commission that's going to, say for example, if it's a nurse, that's, you know, probably 7 to 12 grand, for example. Then use that, reinvest that to advertise for another specialist. So healthcare facilities are increasingly turning staff agencies into flexible solutions. And like I said, it will reduce their labor costs. It will fill their temporary or short-term vacancies. You can leverage, and you can also offer this on-demand staffing services. There's also flexible scheduling arrangements which meet evolving needs of the client. Technology is revolutionizing recruitment processes in healthcare staffing. And we need to think about, now things are getting faster. It's more efficient, it's more targeted. There's recruitment platforms, applicant tracking, known as ATS, predictive analysis, enabling staffing agencies to streamline candidate sourcing, screening, and placement, reducing time to fill rates. And you can improve your candidates' quality by investing in technology-driven recruitment solutions in the healthcare staffing arena. And you can get the competitive edge for this as well by providing efficiency and delivering better outcomes for clients and the candidates. So there's also diversity and inclusion. There's initiatives that's out there that is diversity, equity, and inclusion. And they've become increasingly important in prioritizing healthcare organizations. And this is driven by the need to address the health disparities and promote cultural competencies and create inclusive care environments. Healthcare staffing agencies need to play a vital role in supporting the initiatives by prioritizing diversity in their recruitment efforts, promoting inclusive hiring practices, and providing training and education on DEI topics. Because some people need to know what that is and what it involves. By partnering with diverse candidates and healthcare organizations committed to DEI, staffing agencies can contribute to building more equitable and inclusive healthcare systems. So you can say that this is what you also specialize in. You could also look at the travel nurse industry. That has gone huge. And there's also allied healthcare professionals as well. So the demand for travel nurses and allied healthcare professionals, it continues to rise, driven by staffing shortages, seasonal fluctuations, and the need for specialized expertise. You can use travel nursing and allied healthcare assignments to offer healthcare professionals the opportunity to gain valuable experience, explore new destinations, and enjoy competitive compensation packages. Like, for example, travel nurses, they can get like 3,000 to 6,000 you can be charging a week, for example, depending on what your rates are. So with some organizations, like government organizations, they want a full breakdown of why you're charging what you're charging. But with this, it is not the same. With travel nursing, you're providing to the hospital, for example. So healthcare staffing agencies, you can capitalize on this trend by expanding to travel nursing and allied health divisions as well, offering attractive travel assignments and providing comprehensive support services for traveling healthcare professionals. So it's important for you to think about what these trends and opportunities in healthcare staffing present. It's so exciting for you, the staffing agency, to expand your service offering and meet the evolving needs, because you can't just stay the same. You've got to grow. So I just want to talk to you about a small case study. Give you one example. A client of mine, Hannah, in 2020 there was COVID, as we all know, for example. And Hannah was going to various locations, for example. But she wanted to expand she wants to become a national agency. But also at the same time, it would be very difficult to do that in one go. So I then suggested, why don't you do a franchise? Why don't you become a franchise whereby organizations will pay you a fee to use your model, and then you can then be national and you still get residual income. Now, with Hannah, she provides high quality staff, nurses, midwives, for example, and she trains them to the highest level. And I think it's important that we all take on this same type of methodology. We look at what the big organizations are doing. Another example is in London, for example. They were doing home care, just purely home care, 4,000 hours a week. I said, why don't you do recruitment care agency? And they're both running very successfully as we speak. So always, like I said, always reach for the stars, always aim higher, because if you're up here and if someone knocks you down, that's fine. But if you start off at this level and then someone knocks you down, that means you're going to get below what you actually wanted. Yeah? So whatever you get that's high level, and if they knock you down a bit, you're still way above what you expected. But you got to make sure that you've got the right staff members to be able to deliver the package, and that they've got the right qualifications, and that their qualifications are of high value, and that they've got the relevant DBSs, of course, we all know that, the updates, but the extra training that they do, or maybe you could provide as an organization, so that you are recruiting the high caliber staff members. I really do hope that you found this helpful today, because this is day 1 of the 5-day challenge. I've really enjoyed training you today and talking to you about the basics, foundation, and tomorrow we're going to go into more. Like I said, we've got the next level, which is, this is the 5-day challenge. So I'll just tell you what we're going to be covering tomorrow, just so that you've got a bit of an idea. Hope you've enjoyed the training so far. Let's have a look here. Day 2. So day 2 we cover Day 2, we cover the legal and financial preparations. Now, I am not a lawyer, but I'm going to go through the financial preparations, your business plan, okay? How you're going to register your business, what licenses you may need. Depends where you are, whether you're in the UK or whether you're in America. You need to understand this aspect as well. Obviously, after the training, you seek legal advice as well, because like I said, I'm not a lawyer. All I can do is talk to you from a business person's point of view, and having run my own agencies as well as in the UK and in America, for example, I do have a good understanding, and we've helped clients to do the same as well. So I hope that you've enjoyed today. I've really enjoyed training and talking to you today, and I hope that I'm opening up your mind so that you can think about recruitment care agency, healthcare staffing recruitment agency is a thing which you can add on to, whether you're doing home care already, great, add this on. Don't just stay in one place in home care. Like with me, I did home care first, then I did recruitment agency second. But just from the home care alone, I was able to build multiple 7 figures from that. Okay, so I hope that you've enjoyed today, everyone. It's been such a wonderful, I've really enjoyed talking to you today about what we've just discussed. And do join our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. Team, if you can put that into the chat so that everyone's got our YouTube channel. It is going to be so amazing. We've got some membership programs as well. You know, at the end of the day, we want to try and get as much educated as possible as business owners, as care providers, and we need to do that so that we're able to help our team members, so that we're able to help our staff members, and in turn it's going to help our clients who receive our service. So do join me tomorrow. I look forward to you joining us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for further training updates as well. Have a wonderful evening. I look forward to speaking with you all soon. Take care. I hope you've enjoyed day 1, and tomorrow we will start day 2. You can always watch the replay as well. So thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Goodbye.